Hello dear crafters, today we're still on Halloween. So I'm going to teach you today how to make these very cute little boxes. You have two ways of doing these straps here. You can either, if you have one of those paper punches that you can border paper punches, you can do something like this, or just keep it straight like that. At the same time, this can be glued to the side. In this case here I rounded the edges, the corners, or you can, and that's the one that I'm going to teach you today, this can be actually inside the lid. And the way that we're going to do, it hides it so you don't really see where it went. So I think it's a better finishing, but it's really preference, very personal preference. I like showing like this too, and sometimes I use a glue dot here, which is nice. So this box is 2 by 2 by 2. It's a great size. You can fit, for example, one of these. Actually, you can fit like 4 or 5. You can put this inside one of these Ghirardelli chocolate, so you can put like 5 or 6 actually, but it's a perfect, I mean the square is perfect for this. And you can also, here's another way of using this. If you don't feel like doing the lid, let's say if you have friends over and you offer dinner or something and you need something to decorate the table, you can just do the box and put some goodies inside like this. So it's whatever you want to do, but I'm going to teach you how to make the complete box like this. Okay, so let's move to the tutorial then. So here is what you need. You need 2 pieces of paper. This one is 4 by 4 and this one is 2 by 2, because as I showed you, this doesn't need to be as tall because it's the lid, so it's smaller. And it's so easy to make, guys. Look at this. So what we're going to do is we're going to score on 2 inches, 4 inches, and then you're just going to turn around and do 2 and 4 again. So very easy, 2 and 4, that's it. You're done with your scoring. And while I'm here, I'm just going to score this one. This one is actually 1, but just remember, I have taught you this before, but I'm going to zoom in so you see really well. The thing is, this is a lid. So the lid, if you have the same distance, it will never close. So I know that this is 1 inch, but what I need to do is to make it a little bit wider than the base, because otherwise it will not close. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going on 1 here, I'm going to move it. So whatever scoring board you use, you're going to remember to move it a little bit. It's just like a hair, really. You have to have some space here to make sure that it's going to close. So then you score at 1, and you're going to do the same thing on all sides. Just move it a little bit to the right so that you have a little bit of space here to make sure that the lid will be a little bit wider than the base. Okay, same thing here. See, there is a little tiny space. Let me show you. I don't think it's showing so well. I'm going to really zoom in. See, instead of being flush here, we're going to move it a little bit. That's too much. So this is more than enough. See, just a little bit. So you're going to score at 1, and the last one, same thing. Let's move it a little bit to the right and score it at 1. So we're done with the scoring. So let me zoom out so you can see how to put this together. Okay, so we have the base, and what we're going to do is, we usually, if you've seen any tutorial on boxes, I think this side is easier to show. We usually cut here, and then on the same side we do it the same way. But when you have something like this that is a perfect square, the way that I like to do it is, we're going to cut up to the score line here, You go all the way up to the score line. Instead of cutting here, you move it and you cut here. And you know why you're going to do that? Because this is going to close here, and then I want to reinforce every side, and you will see what I mean. I want to make sure that all sides are reinforced. So I'll cut to the score line, move again, cut here to the score line, move again. Last time we're going to cut to the score line. So what you have now is these sides here. This will reinforce this side. This flap here will reinforce this one, this one, this one, and this one. So all four sides will be reinforced. So that will make for a much stronger, and that's what happens. You're going to have a much stronger box. So we're going to just reinforce the score lines here. Use your bone folder. It's a very easy box to make, guys. It's a perfect square, 2 by 2 by 2. So we're going to reinforce all the score lines. I think one more. We only need this one more here. Make sure that it's straight here. So that's it. And what we're going to do now, here's what we have. And we're just going to glue. So we're going to put some glue here. And we're going to glue. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this all the way up. Make sure that this is flush right here. And I always like to go with my bone folder and reinforce it. So it's perfect. Do you see? So this side is reinforced. Now we're going to reinforce this side here with a flap. So you put some glue again, especially the corners, very important. Then you hold it up like this and make sure that this is perfectly closed and flush here, and it's not going sideways at all. Again, I'm just going to press with my fingers. One more side is reinforced. That's the advantage of cutting this way, because you have all four sides with a double layer of paper. So there you are. One more side. I'm going to make sure to use the bone folder here. That's good. And the last one, this one actually needs to go inside. So I'm going to put some glue. And again, sorry, I'm off camera. There you go. We have the box. The box is ready. All we need to do now, and again, you can use just the box and put your goodies inside and just put it on the table as a decoration item, or just give it to kids like this. Now we're going to do the lid. The lid is the same thing, but I'm going to teach you how to actually add. I'm going to get this piece of paper, this strip here. It's going to be the handle, like a handle for your box, because it kind of looks like a but the words are just not coming today. Okay, so that's it. Here we're going to do the way that we usually do. We're going to cut here, little bit cut to the sides. You just see, it's a little bit, let me see if you can see that. Yeah, you cut straight here, and then you trim just a little bit. It makes it easier to glue. And then we're not going to see, this is the natural way that we do boxes, but when it's square like that one, I like to do it the way I just taught you. So little notch here, same thing to this side. In this case, the reason why I'm not doing it the way I just showed you is because we're going to hide the handle, and for that to be hidden, you need both to be coming this way, these flaps here. So here's what we do. I'm going to zoom in so you can see really well. I already know that this is a good size. Let me just make sure that if it's too big. I think it's a little bit big. I'm just going to cut a little more here. Doesn't need to be that. Yeah, it's good now. So here's what to do. We are going to hide it here when we close like this, right? Where the flaps go. So you just put it here. You're going to center this right here. Do you see where the folding is? Right there. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to get a X-Acto knife. Make sure that this is not, it's straight like this. It's not going sideways. And it's well positioned. I think mine needs to go a little bit down. There you go. And you place this here just to make sure that you know that the size. And what you do is you're going to cut just one tiny bit longer than the piece of paper, than the strap itself, because this needs to go in. Let me show you. This needs to go in like this. See? It needs to go in. So you did one side, you're gonna do the other and make sure that it's aligned. Now you know where the cut is, so it's easier. The second time is easier because you know where to place it. You actually look here where it's cut to make sure that's going to be the same place. Yeah, it's perfect. So we're gonna cut again. It's a little bit wider than the paper itself. There you go. Should be enough. And that's what you do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to just press this in like this. I'm gonna turn this around, see where it is. And we're going to glue this over like that. So it's going to hide it. So this one should be enough. What I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue here. Oh, sorry. Just to make sure that it's positioned right. Yeah, it is. And now we're going to glue these two flaps. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So close this side, same way that we did with the box. I'm just gonna get my bone folder here. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? So just slide it in. This is a good moment to see if it's big enough. I think it is. It's a good size. So I'm going again to put some glue here, just to make sure that it's going to be, make sure that it's straight and everything. Now that it is, we're going to close the flaps, which helps hide. It doesn't hide like 100%, but it's good enough. So there you go. Let's close this. Let's close this side here. And use your bone folder to reinforce it. And we are done, guys. We are absolutely done. So here is your new box. Look at that. Let me just zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Okay. And we have a perfect box. And you can, of course, decorate it whichever way you want. I was thinking about if you don't use this, I think it's nice to add maybe a flower like this, or any way you want. Here on this one, I added just it was a sticker. Look at that, guys, so cute. See, and you don't see the handle, it's totally hidden. So there you are, 3 little boxes. I hope you make loads of these because these are very easy to make and you can fit a lot of candies, 2 by 2 by 2. So guys, here it is, one more tutorial. I hope you're getting ready for Halloween, and I believe I'll still have one more treat box. This is my third, right? Yeah, I think one more will be good. You have plenty of options. So thank you so much for being here with me again. Now go to your craft room and practice, okay? Thank you so much. I'll have all the measurements below in the description box. Thank you guys. Have a good day.